Good morning, students. So here I am Sailesh Rathod again to teach you class 5 students chapter number 9, that is our skeletal system. Okay, before we start to study about skeletal system, let us understand something about organ system. Okay, what is organ system? Skeletal system is one of the organ system. Now what is organ system? Organ system is a system made up of few organs who are combinedly doing same work or who are involved to do some particular work. For example, let us take example of breathing system. Already that in breathing system, lungs, nose and windpipe together are working for breathing purpose. Okay, their work is same and all these three organs are involved in this work, hence they form an organ system known as breathing system. Same way we will discuss about skeletal system today. Okay, and let me tell you one more basic that I think you are already aware, that our body is made up of cells. So cell is the basic structural and functional unit of our body. You know how the whole building is made up of bricks, same way our whole body is made up of cells. You know that a huge building is made up of so many floors, and each floor is made up of so many rooms, and each room is made up of so many walls, and ultimately all these walls are made up of bricks. Same way our body is made up of many organ systems, and each organ system is made up of different organs, and all these organs are made up of tissues, and ultimately each tissue is made up of similar type of cells. So ultimately cell is a basic structural and functional unit of our body. Yes, now here you can see about skeleton. We are going to discuss about the human skeleton. First of all, we will give the definition of skeleton, that is the bony framework. The bony framework of our body is known as skeleton, or simply you can say the framework of bones and cartilage in our body is called skeleton. Okay, now let me tell you one fact about skeletal system, that there are about 206 bones in an adult human. Okay, and another fact is, that a newly born baby will have bones more than 300. Yes, they have more number of bones compared to an adult human. Why? Because in them the bones are not in a perfect shape, they are in a pieces. Okay, and as they grow up, these all pieces of the bones join together and forms the complete shape of the bones, and because of which the number of bones will decrease later on, and it will become 206 bones. Okay, and these bones is very much important in our body. Let us discuss it in detail. Okay, yes, here you can see the whole structure of human skeleton. Okay, now let me tell you the functions of human skeleton. There are the four basic functions of human skeleton. Number one, it gives shape and support to the body. Without bones, we will not have any proper shape and structure of our body. So first function of human skeleton is it gives shape and support to the body. Number two, it helps in the movement of the body. Yes, along with muscles, they helps in the movement of the body. Number three, they protect the internal and delicate organs of our body. Important and delicate organs like brain, heart, lungs, eyeball, all these organs are protected by our bones. Okay, and fourth function is they helps in the production of blood cells in our body. Yes, long bones in our body, which are cylindrical and hollow from inside, contains bone marrow inside them, which helps in the production of blood cells. In previous chapter we have studied about that blood cells like red blood cells, RBC we call them, and white blood cells, WBC we call them. They are different types of blood cells. So this type of blood cells are produced inside the long bones, which is containing bone marrow. Bone marrow is a type of tissue which is main responsible for production of blood cells inside the hollow cavity of the long bones. Okay, now let me tell you one fact about largest bone in our body, that is the femur bone present in our thigh part of the body. Okay, in common term we call it as a thigh bone also, and its scientific name is femur, Femur, femur bone. It is the longest or say the largest bone in our body. And here is the smallest bone in our body, that is bones present in our middle ear, which is known as steps or stirrup bone. It is the smallest bone in our body. Okay, now let us discuss about the different frames of the bone in our body. First is skull. Skull is made up of 22 bones, out of which 8 flat bones are interlocked together with the help of fixed joints, and rest of the 14 bones are present in our facial region. Yes, here you can see the facial bones present in our skull. And you know the important function of skull is it protects the brain of our body. You know, brain is one of the most delicate organ of our body. Yes, here next is backbone or say vertebral column. It is made up of 33 small bones which is known as vertebrae. Okay, and all these 33 vertebrae are forming a column, hence we call them as a vertebral column. It is a scientific name of backbone. Remember, this vertebral column is protecting the spinal cord, which is a part of nervous system. Okay, yes, spinal cord, which is also known as the tail of the brain, is protected inside this vertebral column. Next here is rib cage. Rib cage is a type of arrangement of the ribs attached to the vertebral column. And sternum. Sternum is a chest bone present in our chest region in the front part, and backside we are having vertebral column. So these ribs are starting from vertebral column and joining to the sternum in front. Okay, let us discuss its structure in detail. Yes, here you can see sternum, vertebral column and ribs. Total 12 pair of ribs are there, or simply you can say 24 ribs, 12 on left side and 12 on right side. Okay, now there are 3 types of ribs according to their arrangements. You can see number 1 to number 7 ribs are known as true ribs. Why? Because they are joining to the sternum in front directly. Whereas ribs number 8, 9 and 10 are known as false ribs, because they do not join to sternum but they are joining to the 7th number of ribs. Means indirectly they are joining to the sternum. That's why we call them as a false ribs. And as you can see, ribs number 11 and 12, they are just free from the front side. Means they are starting from vertebral column but they are not joining to any part of the ribs. Okay, they are free from the front part, hence as they are looking like floating, we call them as a floating ribs. Yes, remember 11th and 12th number are known as floating ribs. And you know the importance of this rib cage, that it protects our most important organs known as heart and lungs. These both organs are protected inside this rib cage. Okay, now here in skeleton you can see our upper arm, that is forelimbs, and hind limbs, that is hind limbs means legs. Okay, you see in our hands we are having humerus bones, that is upper bone of our forearm, and the lower bones are radius and ulna. Same way in our hind limbs, means our in leg region, the upper bone is femur bone and the lower bones are tibia and fibula. Okay, remember the names of this bone. Okay, our new topic is joints. You know what are joints? The bones are fitted together by means of certain structures, and these structures we call it as a joints. Now let me show you 4 different types of joints present in our body. Yes, number 1 is hinge joint. This joint is present in our elbow and knee region. Okay, it allows movement of around 180 degree. Okay, this next is ball and socket joint. This joint allows the maximum movement of our body parts, and they are specially arranged at the tip of the arms. Okay, for example, you can see the humerus bones and the shoulder plate. Second, you can see in the hip region and the femur bone. Next, this third one is the pivot joint. Pivot joint is present in our first and second vertebrae, which allows the movement of our head region into 180 degree angle. Okay, pivot joint is also present between radius and ulna bone in our lower bone of our hand. Okay, and the fourth type of joint is gliding joint. This gliding joint is present in the wrist and ankle region. Okay, as you can see in our picture. Yes, here you can see the gliding joint present in our wrist part as well as in our ankle region. Okay, next here comes types of muscles. Before that, let us discuss what are muscles and why they are important for. Uh, in our muscular system, muscles, there are three types of muscles who are helpful for movement along with the bones. Okay, here you can see three different types of muscles are there. Number one, cardiac muscles, which are present only in our heart region. Okay, and it is responsible for the beating of our heart. Second and third, that is voluntary and involuntary muscles. Voluntary muscles means those muscles which are under our control, like muscles present in our arms, which move according to us, okay, according to our wish. Whereas third type of muscles are known as smooth muscle or involuntary muscles. They do not work according to us. They work according to the function. Okay, for example, muscles present in our inner body parts. For example, surrounding the digestive system, the churning process that is taking place in our digestive organs, they are done with the help of muscles surrounding them. So those type of muscles are working without our concern. Okay, means they are working as per the instructions given by to our brain and not by us. Okay, so those type of muscles are called involuntary muscles, which are not under our control. So those which are under our control are known as voluntary, and those which are not under our control, they are known as involuntary muscles. Understood? So ultimately all these muscles helps us in movement along with bones. The basic feature of the muscles is that they work in this movement by stretching and contracting. Either we say contraction and relaxation process. Okay, by these two process only they used to help in the movement of our bones, and ultimately our body will be able to move the body parts. So I hope everybody has understood all the different topics which we have discussed. Rest we will discuss in our next video. Till then, thank you everyone, and if you have any query you can ask to me anytime. Even in classes also you can ask me, students. Thank you everyone. Bye.